Are you tired of Blizzard's treatment of your beloved Overwatch? Are you sick and disgusted watching your beloved childhood franchise crash, burn, and die because Blizzard can't get their act together? Are you tired of these stupid, out-of-touch content creators who can't seem to grasp why you and so many of your friends have left Overwatch and now have found a safe haven in the thick thighs of Marvel Rivals? It's all so obvious to you, but no one seems to understand, and I'm here to talk about it. Why is everyone hating on Overwatch 2, and can you actually save it? And if so, how? In a realistical manner. This video isn't just gonna be me saying bring back the PvE. So how's it going, everyone? My name is Primacon, and if you're a fellow subscriber of mine, it might surprise you to know that Hollow Knight is actually not my most played game of all time. And if you're new here, first of all, make sure to subscribe. I appreciate it very much. You might be happy or sad, depending on your taste, to know that Overwatch is my most played video game of all time. I think I have about just over 1,500 hours in Overwatch now. I've been playing since 2017, and boy, we're in a shit pickle now. First of all, I want you to know that people hating on Overwatch 2 is a good thing. People hate on things they care about. If no one was even talking about it, now that would be bad. If people are going out of their way to play Marvel Rivals just to spite Overwatch, every Marvel Rivals video, every Overwatch video is just people shitting on the game. At least people care enough to shit on the game, which is far more than Blizzard deserves. This video will try its best to paint the full narrative, so please, this is one of those videos you must watch till the very end before you go down and give your opinions, because you might be saying something that I've already addressed later in the video. Gonna try to hit a lot of different perspectives here. Recently, there's been a trend of Overwatch content creators covering Marvel Rivals. And if you happen to be some of those creators who try to defend Overwatch a little bit, you get bombarded with hate. And yes, some of it is just because people are looking for an outlet to express their disdain for Overwatch, and Marvel Rivals just came out as the new kid on the block, the fresh new young thing, so the honeymoon era is kind of there too. But honestly, I feel like a lot of it is on the content creators as well. A lot of them are out of touch with why people have left this game. There are a couple of content creators who spit actual facts. They seem to be very knowledgeable and know what the f they're talking about, like Flats or Boger. But other than that, it's rough out there. Let's talk about the main issue of Overwatch 2 before we can even talk about fixing it. No, it's not the skin prices, it's not the missing loot boxes, it's not the battle pass, or the stupid game balance. It is bad faith by the cancelled PvE. You can dig your head into the sand if you're a hardcore Overwatch fan and pretend that it doesn't exist. You can scream all you want that, oh, get over it, it got cancelled a year ago. Team 4 have done so much good things to this game. They have improved the game so much from launch, yada yada yada. That's very correct, and it only applies to the most hardcore Overwatch community. But you gotta think outside the box. You gotta look at different perspectives and see from the eyes of the general audience who used to love this game and left after the broken promises again and again and again done by Blizzard big corpo heads. Truth of the matter is, they let Overwatch 1 get stale by abandoning it to work on Overwatch 2. Then they abandoned the entire concept of Overwatch 2. That followed by the countless Blizzard controversies that I don't want to even get into, and Activision being Activision. It caused so much bad faith for Blizzard that even to this day, if they announce any event, any good thing, a hype new game mode or a hero or whatever, all the comments on their posts are just people making memes about how they canceled the PvE. As a hardcore Overwatch competitive player, you might have moved on from it, but the general audience really has not. Not only did they can the whole Overwatch 2 thing, not only did they abandon Overwatch 1, they also abandoned all their animated shorts and the storytelling that they were doing. The compound effect of all of these issues is clearly showing now, and the only reason Overwatch 2 survived this far as it did was because of a serious lack of competition. And now with the arrival of Marvel Rivals, all I gotta say is people jumping shark to play the other game, it's just been a long time coming. It just arrived later than expected. Now there's 2 steps you need to take to fix Overwatch and bring it back to its glory days. Just 2 steps. It's just that easy, baby. Step number 1. You bring players back in, be it new players, old players who have abandoned Overwatch for Marvel Rivals or for whatever reason. But the name of the game is simple. You bring players from XYZ into your game. But that alone is not enough. Now it comes step number 2. Very, very important step. You have to do something to keep those players in your game. Just attracting them once with a nostalgia bait event like Overwatch Classic is not enough. So with the mission objective established of drawing players in and keeping them in your game, how do we actually go on about doing it? Well, I'm glad you asked. I don't know. I'm kidding. I do know actually. I'm the secret forbidden Blizzard employee. Here to spill the facts. First of all, you gotta hit at the core of the problem. Most people left because they did not get the PvE story. Because you robbed them not only by canceling the story missions and everything, which you did, but also putting a full stop on the Overwatch shorts because you can't stop firing people from your company. The best way to bring that back is to have an Overwatch TV show. Now hear me out. I know the hardcore amongst you are already typing in the comments. This is why I said watch the full video before you yap. I know there was talks of an Overwatch show with Netflix. I know some internal kerfuffle happened. I am deep into Overwatch lore, okay? I read every single patch note and every single director's take. I'm not out of touch here. And I'm saying I don't care. And neither should you care. Blizzard is a multi-billion-dollar company. They're now owned by Microsoft, which is one of the biggest companies out there. The only reason we don't have an Overwatch TV show like Arcane or Cyberpunk Edgerunners or the Fallout show or the Last of Us show is because there is a serious lack of motivation. The top fucking heads at Blizzard or Microsoft, they just don't think it's important enough. They can feed you all the bullshit reasons they want, that they had something with Netflix, some beef with fucking China. I don't care. Point is, they have enough money to solve any problem in the world. They have enough money to go with Amazon Prime, if not Netflix. To go with fucking Disney Plus for all I know. I don't care. This is capitalist America. With enough incentive and money, you can fucking do anything. You can revive Jesus. So don't tell me that Overwatch 2 TV show isn't possible. It very much is possible and it very much is needed. Not just a shitty Overwatch show like we got that mini web series, if you can even call that, on YouTube. The 15 minutes of complete AIDS. That's not what we want. An actual good show like Arcane. And good is really important here because this Overwatch TV show idea is like a fucking grenade, man. It's like a big nuclear bomb that Blizzard can chuck at Marvel rivals and do some serious damage. But they can also explode that bomb right in their fucking face by having the show being bad. There is nothing worse that can happen to Overwatch right now than a TV show that comes out that's bad. So don't do that. Hire some good fucking writers, for fuck's sake. And if that is really not possible, if you seriously can't fathom to do that TV show, bring back shorts like dragons. I don't mean the stupid new shorts we have, like the new hero Juno. She got an animated short story origin thing bullshit. It was so bad. Bring back actual good shorts like the Reinhardt and Bastion one that even if I watch those today, I cannot help but cry. It brings a tear to my eye every single time without fault. That's the kind of storytelling this video game needs. And the best one-on-one comparison is Cyberpunk Edgerunners because yes, Arcane happened and it brought a lot of players to League of Legends, but I feel like that's a very bad example because A, League of Legends doesn't really have that kind of bad fate to begin with. And B, League is such a hardcore game that even if you bring in new players to League, they're gonna probably try it for like 2 hours and then ditch ship. Because it's not at all like Arcane makes it out to be. Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a good example because CDPR fucked their goodwill royally with Cyberpunk 2077. It was one of the most beloved companies with Witcher 3 and they just butchered it all. They looked at their good rep in the face and spit on it. And even after all of that, a good show like Cyberpunk Edgerunners was able to draw in a lot of people back to the game. But not only did they bring those people back, they updated their game in a way to keep those people playing. But again, we'll get to that. That's step 2 of the mission objective. We're still at step 1 on how to draw players in. Don't get ahead of yourself now. We'll get to everything, including balance and skins. Don't worry, you impatient bastards. Now that's from the lore side of things and the PvE good faith side of things that you need to build up again. What about the gameplay? Bring back 6v6. I do not say this out of a stance against 5v5. This is not that. I don't care which is better. I genuinely don't. The point is, a lot of Overwatch 2 players who left for Marvel Rivals are fucking happy because it's a 6v6 game. And I do not want to get into the reasons of why. I don't care. This is not that. It's not about that. The biggest issue with bringing back 6v6 is obviously the queue times. You can't have an alive game if there's gonna be 10-minute queue times when there's video games like Marvel Rivals out there that you can just go and click queue and instantly get into a game. That obviously won't work. But Blizzard has been doing a lot of 6v6 tests in Overwatch, and I think they should really go forward with one of the methods where you don't have a hard lock of 2-2-2, so you don't need to find 2 tanks to play the game, which is the reason for the big queue times to begin with. So if we go with a format that is 6v6, not a hardcore 2-2-2, it could be open queue, it could be another iteration, I don't know. I don't care. Point is, 6v6 is such a big draw for players to come in, and I'm not talking about a stupid arcade 6v6 game mode. No. I mean like a core competitive 6v6 game mode. They really did a 6v6 test in their game right now and didn't put it in competitive. Mystery Heroes got a competitive. You see what I mean? This company really needs to get their fucking act together, man. You can release all the new heroes you want, Blizzard. You can release all the new maps, all the new funny game modes. No one cares. Outside the core players you have that you're dwindling away because of Marvel Rivals, no one cares. No one's gonna log back onto Overwatch, install it again because there's a new fucking hero. That is the bare minimum. I haven't played Valorant or Apex in so long. They release new heroes all the time. I don't even hear about it outside the community. I don't care. And same goes for people for Overwatch. The only thing that's gonna bring people back when it comes to gameplay is 6v6. You need to figure out a way to make it work so that queue times are not an issue. It doesn't matter what people say. It really doesn't matter. The numbers speak for themselves. If a video game format is getting more players, it's objectively better for the game. Now that's part 1 done. That's how you draw new players. Ideally, you would want to do both of these things at the same time. You bait them in with a banger TV show, giving them all the lore they desire from the cancelled PvE, developing all that goodwill, and bam, you hit them with the classic 6v6 that they love, adore, and miss, and which was abandoned to develop Overwatch 2. Regardless if it is a worse or a better game mode than 5v5. Like I say, it doesn't matter. Irrelevant. What then though? Let's say you do have a big onslaught of players in. 500,000 concurrent Overwatch players for 2 days. That's not what we want. We want them to stay. How do you make them stay? You make them stay by fixing your stupid game. I'm gonna divide this section into 2 parts: cosmetics and gameplay. Let's talk about cosmetic first. Never underestimate how important skins are to an Overwatch player. No other video game people are that hyped and passionate about skins like Overwatch. It is really a special thing. That too for a first-person game where you can't even see your character. It really is crazy how much skins affect people's behavior and mood and opinions about this game. So you fix your greedy-ass cosmetic system. Again, ideally at the same time as you would launch a 6v6 mode. Let's talk about the big elephant in the room. They're not gonna go back to loot boxes. Those things are outdated and they're banned in a lot of EU regions. The world has moved past loot boxes. The only reason people say bring back loot boxes is because you could get a lot of cosmetics for free without spending money on the game by just playing the game. So let's be real here, alright? Let's say what you really want. Don't fucking beat around the bush. You don't want loot boxes. You wanna be rewarded for playing the game by getting free cosmetics. Very different. How do we attain that? By keeping the current monetization model. Well, let's fix the battle pass first. First of all, let people complete the battle pass even after it expires. It shouldn't expire. Marvel Rivals is already doing it. If you purchased a battle pass, you should be able to complete it as long as you want to take to complete it. You have already paid for those cosmetics. Very simple fix, easy to implement. But that's just fix number 1. None of these fixes that I say individually have much of an impact. It's when you add them all together, that's when you get the Big Mac meal. Number 2, let players earn enough currency from your battle pass to buy the next one. Yes, I know Fortnite does it. Yes, I know Fortnite makes too much money so it can do it. Overwatch doesn't make enough money. First of all, wrong. Do you know the amount of money they make from their Overwatch shop skins? Do you know why they pump out money for their waifu characters season after season? They make a fuck ton of money. Again, Stop feeling bad for them like they're some indie fucking company. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Money is not an issue. If the big corpo heads at Microsoft or Blizzard just funded the Overwatch development team better, they can do all of these things. Anyway, you let people complete Battle Pass whenever they want. You let people buy the next Battle Pass by earning enough currency with the previous one. You finally give people free skins again. They have literally started doing this right now this month. There were these 2 new skins for Widowmaker and Cassidy that were originally supposed to be shop skins. You know why I know they were supposed to be shop skins and not free at all? Because the game director did a blog post where he literally talked about all the new things coming to the season, and he never mentioned these skins. Free cosmetics are such a big draw for Overwatch community that if this was planned, they would have definitely announced it. This was definitely a last-minute panic decision made by Blizzard because of Marvel Rivals. Competition is good, people, and this is the core reason why. The pie is in front of you. Like, this is why competition is good. So do more of that. Give people free cosmetics again for just playing the game. Be it through challenges, be it through funny game modes you add every other season, whatever. And new cosmetics, original legendary skins, not some stupid recolors or old Overwatch 1 skins that are now free. Brand new cosmetics for players again, for free. And lastly, fix your freaking shop, man. The Overwatch shop prices, not only are they absurd, they are downright lying to you. They sell epic skins by just the name of legendary, and they charge you $20 for it. They charge you $20 for skins that are like 5 years old. They charge you $20 for recolor skins. They give you stupid bundles with a bunch of fluff just to artificially boost up the price of their skins. I can go on and on and on the scummy practices they do to squeeze their players out of every single penny possible. And I understand this is capitalist America, but right now we have competition, and this is why this is different. I know everything I've said so far, you could have implied that at any other time throughout Overwatch's history. The thing is, Overwatch never had competition like this, which is why I'm even talking about this. Which is why these things are even worth discussing now. Because we have a good chance for these things coming to true. We literally got free skins this season. Going back to the shop stuff, remove bloat completely. Stop selling things like souvenirs just to hike up your prices. Who in their goddamn mind uses souvenirs? Just sell this random crap they just have in there. You don't have to remove the existing ones, just stop making new ones. You need to earn good faith back with your people. Right now is not the time for greed, Blizzard. That comes later. And of course, lastly, like I hinted a little bit ago, tie in your free cosmetics with funny game modes. Overwatch 2 has so much potential. Every season release a wacky new game mode and tie free cosmetics to people if they complete enough challenges in that set game mode. The best example? Prop Hunt. Everybody loved Prop Hunt. People want goofy, silly game modes in Overwatch. That's why people play this game. That's the most fun to do with your friends or even with randoms. Make more game modes like Prop Hunt, tie in free cosmetics with them, fix your battle pass, bring down your shop prices, make actual bundles that make sense rather than filling them with bloat, and do all of that at the same time so that it lands and has impact and momentum. All of these things I'm saying, don't launch them over time, over a whole year. People won't even notice it. It's only gonna be the hardcore community then being like, oh guys, the game has improved so much in the past year, trust me. Where the most casual audiences are like, what are you talking about? Because they don't even notice it. It has to land together to make big impact. But let's talk about fixing the gameplay second, now that we have touched upon cosmetics. No one wants a balanced game. People want a fun game. Stop trying to balance by win rates. The longer you're gonna keep making characters like Orisa, Malga, or Hog better, the more players you will lose. People will come in because of all the things I mentioned before. They will play their game, get shit on by a stupid Orisa or a stupid Malga or a stupid Hog, and leave. Gonna go back to playing fucking Rivals or whatever they play. Balance your game around what's fun. Either fix these characters by completely reworking them, or just let them stay bad. Yes, Orisa mains will cry about it on Reddit. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? It keeps your gameplay healthy for everyone else. I would sum the good balance philosophy like this. Don't force people to play something because you want to shake up the meta. Just suppress stuff that's actual dog shit and detriment to people's gameplay by sending them to the Shadow Realm, by nerfing the crap out of them. If only you did that to Brig in 2018. If a character is bad and causing people problems, don't buff other characters to counter them. Just nerf this one. And of course, please, for the love of God, add hero bans. Marvel Rivals already has hero bans where people are rejoicing. They're taking their shirt off, twirling them in the air because you can ban Hela. Hela is a character in Marvel Rivals that utterly, absolutely busted, and she's basically perma-banned from Diamond or above. And that's a good thing. It gives the devs of Marvel Rivals enough time to fix Hela at their own pace. People aren't leaving the game because their matches are literally unplayable because of one or two broken-ass characters. And it gives agency to the players of what they want to ban because some things might be broken in one rank, like Bronze for example. Bastion and Reaper might be super overpowered, but then other things like Widowmaker are broken in top 500 ranks. You appease everyone by just adding a hero ban option. People have been begging for it for ages. Just let us ban one character per match. And like I said, lastly, go back to 6v6, even if it is objectively worse or better. Don't worry about queue times, you can avoid those by simply not having a 2-2-2 role lock. Yes, games will be imbalanced even if you go the max limit route, where you can have a maximum of 2 roles per game. Point is, if you do all of this together, you give people 6v6 in a way that queue times aren't a problem. You give people a way to have agency in their games by being able to ban a character, and you balance your game in a way that you suppress heroes that have dog shit game design. It's a recipe for success in my opinion. And as I've said before, and you might have noticed by now, I am not giving any nitty-gritty detail opinions here. I don't care if 5v5 is better or 6v6 is better. I don't care if Blizzard wants to make Overwatch more casual or competitive. What does that even mean? I don't care if Kiriko is getting a lot of skins and Venture isn't, because these are very niche issues. You can debate about these things till the heat death of the universe. The point is, outside your little Overwatch bubble, no one cares. No one cares about the balance patches of the game. No one cares if Ventures get a skin. Venture getting a skin won't draw people in. Kiriko not getting skins won't draw people in. A new hero, a new map, a new comic book, none of that matters. Which is why this video was focused on big hitting things that actually draw players back into the game and make them stay. And of course, nothing in this video is new. Nothing I said that is gonna open your third eye all of a sudden and you're gonna be like, how did I not think about this? We have been talking about these issues for a long time. A fellow YouTuber, SVB, hosts a group of podcasts, which is probably the biggest Overwatch podcast out there, and they discuss all these issues there all the time with all different kind of content creators. The only difference now is for once, for the first time in their life, Overwatch has serious competition. Yes, people said the same when Apex Legends launched. Yes, people said the same when Valorant launched, where a lot of people were like, oh, I'm ditching Overwatch to play Valorant, and then they came crawling back in. Because truth of the matter is, Apex Legends and Valorant are fundamentally different games from Overwatch. But for once we have a game like Marvel Rivals, which is such a big IP and is a direct competitor to Overwatch. It is literally the exact same hero shooter game, just in third person and 6v6 like Overwatch used to be. This game has never had such direct competition, and it is a very good thing. Competition is never bad, and I don't see why both of these games can't exist healthily together, where people have option of playing one or the other. Why pick one when you can play both? And I know there's gonna be hate comments in this video because people just hate Overwatch. I completely understand that. Honestly, I respect it. If you're down there and you're like, oh fuck Blizzard, they can't fix this game, it's gone, stop coping about it, let it die, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Which is why actions will speak louder than words. Blizzard doesn't need to tell you they're gonna win your trust back. They need to just do it and prove it. Like CDPR did with Cyberpunk 2077. Anyway, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about Overwatch 2 and Marvel Rivals. Are you enjoying Marvel Rivals? I hope you are. If you've made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you, and I'll see you later with a new one. Primacon, signing out.